So before we begin, I usually play some type of music or something fun and energetic so that those who are coming in can see what's happening. However, uh, my music's not working today, and I don't know why. So I don't know. But we're going to begin very shortly, so we're just waiting for people to jump on. What I'm going to do while we do that is pull this up on our handy dandy electronic device so that we can make sure that everything is working beautifully here. Tonight's going to be special. So let's get it in. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Hector Dominguez. I'm here on behalf of the Cook County Assessor's Office. We have a great event for you tonight. We have a very, very special guest. We have River Forest Township Assessor Kathy Elliott. She's going to come in and share a couple of things with you all. So let's go ahead and unmute and then go right in. Go ahead, Kathy.
Hello, everybody. I am here for Pam Kende, the River Forest Township Assessor. If you don't know where we're located, we're at 8020 Madison, right in the community center. We're here to help if you have any questions. I know a lot of you have reached out for appeal packets from us. We have a link on our website where you can fill out a Google form and give us all the information we need to do a little research and talk to you about your property and help you file your appeal online. The Cook County Assessor's Office has made it very easy for you to do, and we're here to help. So anytime, just reach out. Back over to Hector.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy is going to be hanging out with us all night tonight, but she's going to be in the background. So we're going to move her back there very quickly. That way she can get some work done. And we're going to begin. So give me 1 second. We have a lot of stuff to cover tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But the first thing I want to do is let you all know if you have any questions, please go ahead and write them right now or type them, into the comments section. If you're like me and you have ADHD and your brain is going 1,000 miles a minute, you have to ask these questions or you're going to forget. I understand. So please just write them down. That way when we get to the Q&A portion, we can tackle it. We can make sure we get it done. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen. And let's jump right into this presentation. So Property Tax Assistance River Forest Township Appeal, ladies and gentlemen. We want to give a shout out to the Cook County Assessor himself, Assessor Fritz Kagi. He cannot be with us tonight, but he shares his love and he sends his best, right? Not me, the people in the background, but he sends his best. So with us tonight, we do have our civic engagement team in the back, in the background. They're going to be answering questions as you type them as well. So shout out to the entire civic engagement group, the department. Love you guys. Let's get to work. So very quickly, the responsibilities of the assessor's office. It's our job to accurately value 1.9 million different properties. That's almost 2 million different properties, right? How the heck do we do that? Well, I know a lot of people think we pick numbers out of a hat. We throw darts at a board and we just pick. That is not what happened, guys. Come on, right? We use what's called a mass appraisal system. Our office is also responsible for the discounts you receive, as long as you qualify, and the appeal process, which is what we're talking about today. Here's some of the things we don't do. We are not responsible for the tax rates or the township tax rates. We're not responsible for the tax levies or like the budgets that are within your township either. That has nothing to do with us. I'm sorry. We don't mail out tax bills. We don't collect tax bill money. That is not what our office does. Very quickly, your specific township, River Forest, your deadline to file an appeal is May 30th. You guys get reassessed every 3 years. The last time you were reassessed was 2020. So you guys are up for it this year. You have 30 days to file your appeal. And that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to go over a couple things first, though, some data, so you know where you fall or where you think you fall or you might fall in these categories. So very quickly, if you want to be a part of what we're doing right now and you want to look at this while we're talking about it, someone please go ahead and throw the link in the comment section. It's cookcountyassessor.com/River Forest 2023. Here is where you can see everything, right? So here, single family homes, the median is about $752,000. The median for condos is 203, and then the median for multifamily homes is 608. So very quickly, if you are within 10% of these numbers for your respective property, can you still appeal? Absolutely. Will you get a reduction? I don't know. But if you're way off, then you absolutely want to file an appeal. And we're going to go over some of those things in a second. We also have a newish, it's about a year and a half, almost 2 years old, excuse me, a new tool that we have where you can go in and look at your specific neighborhood code and kind of see where you land in your area compared to everybody else, right? So you can go to cookcountyassessor.com/River Forest-2023, and there you can put in your very specific neighborhood code and see where you land compared to everybody else. There are multiple reasons why someone would file an appeal. Let's go over the three most common. The first one is lack of uniformity. That means you and I live on the same block, housed by the same person, same size, same color, same blueprint, same everything. But for whatever reason, our values are different, and I want to know why we're not the same. That's lack of uniformity. The second most common reason is overvaluation, which I'm going to assume is everybody here. There's no way my house is worth this much. If my house was worth this much, I would sell it to you right now, right? That's going to be a lot of you all tonight. And then the last one is incorrect property description, also known as property description error. That just means there's a factual error, not an opinionated error, right? So what's a factual error? Assessor's office, you say my property has 3,000 square feet, but I really have 1,200. Or assessor's office, you say I have a condo, but I really have a building with 6 apartments or less, right? There's a factual error. What you're looking at right now, it's a reassessment notice. This is what you received in the mail. This is not a tax bill. This is not a tax bill. This is not a tax bill. This just lets you know what we believe your property is worth. And these numbers are very important because if you're going to file an appeal and you want to submit comparable comparable properties, you're going to need this information as well. If you go to our website, cookcountyassessor.com, you can look this information up as well, kind of your property characteristics, the things about your property that only you would know. You want to go ahead and make sure, well, you don't have to, but you can go ahead and look at that as well. Make sure it's up to date. So what the heck is an appeal? How do we do this? What's the process? How long does it take? Listen, first you're going to receive a reassessment notice. After you receive a reassessment notice, you're going to file your appeal with support for your reasons. I'm going to go over that in a little bit. After you submit your appeal, an analyst will review everything, check it out, make sure it makes sense, and then determine, hey, we're going to give you a reduction, or sorry, we're not going to give you a reduction. I would love to give you a date on when this will be done, but I like to say about 8 to 12 weeks, and that's just giving us a little grace period because of COVID and kind of trying to do everything. We're a little bit understaffed, but that's not your problem. That's irrelevant, so we're going to get it done. To file your appeal online, I know that you guys are probably getting letters saying, hey, for 33 1/3% for the next 3 years, I can do this for you and I can lower it. You can pay an attorney, you can hire whatever you want. That's your prerogative. I'm going to show you how to do it for free. All right. So once you start your appeal at cookcountyassessor.com/online-appeals, or just click the appeal button, you can start your appeal. You can save your appeal. You can edit your appeal. You can pause your appeal. You can come back later. You can do whatever you want. But it has to be submitted by May 30th. So today is the 22nd. So May 30th is next Tuesday. So y'all got a week and a day. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Don't be the person that submits this appeal at 11:59 p.m. Please don't do that. All right. You guys have more than enough time, more than enough days to get this done. So you will go to cookcountyassessor.com, click on appeal, click on file online, and then scroll all the way down to where it says residential. We have a list of many different types of appeals, but what we're going to focus on today is residential. From here, you will create, or if you already appealed in the past, you just log in. But you might need to create a new account. So mine is happytaxpayer@gmail.com. Go ahead and log in and scroll all the way down from your available filings and go all the way down to residential assessment appeal. If you are a condo or a condo, you would just find yours. But we're going to work on residential appeals today. Go ahead and click on begin filing and put in your PIN number. Once you put in your PIN number and click search, this will auto-populate for you. Go ahead and make sure this is correct. If it's not, just go ahead and edit it. And then we have a little cheat code for everybody. So wherever you see check boxes, wherever you see check boxes, wherever you see red asterisks or stars, you want to make sure you complete that task, right? So go ahead and click on both of these check boxes and click next. And then this will auto-populate for you. Again, just make sure it's correct. And here is for anyone who has a certificate of error for valuation. What does that mean? That just means there's a factual error. For example, somebody arsoned my home and I never let the assessor's office know, so I have to make that correction. Or our office has been assessing you as a building with 6 apartments or less, but you really are a single family home, right? There's an actual factual error. If that's you, just go ahead and click the years that it was wrong, and we will go ahead and try to correct that for you. If there is nothing wrong in this area, leave it blank and go next. Here is if you have an additional PIN number. These are called prorated properties. You would know if you have a prorated property because you receive four tax bills a year for the same property, or 6 tax bills a year for the same property, or 8, more than 2 basically. This means you have 2 PIN numbers for 1 property. If that's not you, just go ahead and click next. And here is where it gets fun. So everywhere there's a red asterisk or a star, you have to complete that task. So please let us know who you are. You would click on taxpayer owner, and then taxpayer owner again, and then click on the little hamburger menu and make sure your name is auto-populated. Everything else will fill in for you. We just need to make sure we have a valid phone number and a valid email address for you, and then you would click next. This will auto-populate, and then you are on your property characteristics. So again, you don't have to touch this at all. You can go all the way down and go to next. However, some people, they know for a fact, hey, my property is not 99 years old. It's actually 10, right? So if there's a correction here you want to make, this is where you make it at. You also need to know how much you believe your property is worth, right? Our office is saying it's worth X. You're saying I don't agree. So here's where you want to let us know how much you believe your property is worth. You also want to give us your reasoning down here. Please pay attention or hear me clearly. I apologize. You can choose more than one reason why you are appealing. Just understand that for every reason you are appealing, you have to give an example, right? So for the sake of this exercise, I clicked overvaluation and I just said the value is too high, but you got to go in a little bit more detail than that. You can also check if you want a field check here or not. A field check is when someone from our office actually goes out, redraws, remeasures your property. They don't have to go in your home. On 99.9% of the time, they don't. They don't need to make an appointment with you. They don't have to let you know. Just know they're going to come, show up, redraw, remeasure, and it's free. You don't need to do this, but you absolutely can. And then at the very bottom, we need to know what kind of property is this? Is this a single family home? Is this a building with 6 apartments or less? Is this a mixed use? Is this a townhouse? And very quickly, earlier we went over the 3 most common reasons why someone would appeal. The other reasons are vacancy, occupancy. That means you have an empty property. Fire damage, self-explanatory. Building is uninhabitable, self-explanatory. And building no longer exists, self-explanatory. So after all of that, you would click, and sorry, almost forgot one thing. If you bought your home before January 2001, I believe, go ahead and check here. I'm sorry. If your property was purchased after January of 2021, then you want to go ahead and click this checkbox down here. It'll let you know. It'll say it right there at the bottom, the year in question. And if you did, just check it. If you did not, you can leave it blank and go to next. Okay, earlier I talked about you had a reassessment notice and there was information on it that was important. Here's what I was talking about. So if you want to use comparables, if you want to submit comparables for your property, for your appeal, there's different ways you can do that. I'm going to show you 3 of them. 2 of them are going to happen right now. So very quickly, these fields here are already connected with your specific property using your reassessment notice. So if you're going to use comparables, all you have to do is leave those things alone and scroll down and click on Find Comparables. Very easy. However, we understand that you might have a specific property you want our office to look at. like the person across the street or the person next door to you. If that is the case, then down here where it says custom additional search criteria, you can put in a very specific PIN number or address there and use that as a comparable as well. Once you have found your comparable, they will auto-populate here for you, and you would click next. After clicking next, they'll be side by side. Oh, fun fact, you can't choose more than one comparable as well. You can do, keep my opinion out of it. You can do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Once you get here, you're just kind of going using your property and then checking the other property, making sure this is the comparable you want to use. If it is, just click next. Here is where you would submit another way to submit comparables is here as well. But here you can submit all kinds of things. So you can submit pictures, closing documents, an appraisal, a plat of survey, a narrative, comparables, whatever you think you want to submit to try to better your chances with your appeal, you can submit them here. Now, once you get to the very end, we're going to need your name and your name, your phone number, and an email address, and then click submit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up until this point, you can stop your appeal, edit your appeal, pause it, modify it, come back to it later, whatever you want. But the moment you click submit, your appeal is submitted, and then this is what pops up on your screen immediately. This is a confirmation page. Here, you will have a filing ID number. You need to screenshot this, write it down, take a picture, whatever you want, because this is how you're going to communicate with our office on the status of your appeal. Please keep in mind that your results will be mailed to you, right? And like we said earlier, we want to give a grace period of about 8 to 12 weeks for your appeal to be processed, right? Because we have to do the entire township. Again, this is what a confirmation page looks like. So we get this question every day. What? I didn't get a confirmation page, or what does it look like? Looks just like this. It says confirmation at the top, it says thank you, and then you have a filing ID number. You can also check on your property's exemption history, your property's appeal history, your assessment history, read about other people's assessment. You can do all of that at cookcountyassessor.com. And there's where you can look up your different type of exemptions as well. So this is not an exemption workshop, but we're going to talk about that anyways, very quickly. So of our 8 exemptions, 3 of them are automatically renewed going forward. That is the homeowner exemption, the senior citizen exemption, and the persons with disability exemption. We do have 2 other exemptions that are auto-renewed, but with special stipulations. So the veterans with disability exemption, that can auto-renew if you are 100% disabled or permanently disabled, and it says has that language on your eligibility letter. For the home improvement exemption, that is kind of auto-renew because it is a 4-year exemption. So just wanted to share that with you very quickly. Now, a lot of you all have this question. Hey guys, I'm looking at my tax bill. Where do I see my discounts? I got you. Very easy. Bottom left-hand corner under tax calculator. Over here on the right, we kind of blew it up a little bit for you all. It'll say homeowner exemption, X amount of dollars. Senior citizen exemption, X amount of dollars. Disabled person, returning veteran. All of those will be listed right there with a dollar amount. That's how you know if you received those exemptions or not. Here is what the confirmation page looks like for your exemptions if you filed online. Just like the appeal, it'll say confirmation and it'll give you a filing ID number. Then you will receive an email follow-up within like 48 hours doing the exact same thing, showing you what your filing ID number is and how many weeks it takes to process. So again, we try to give you as much information as humanly possible. If you want to connect with us in person, that was weird. If you want to connect with us, go ahead and contact us at 312-443-7550. Yes, you will be speaking to an automated system, but once you put in your PIN number, you will be redirected to one of us. I don't want to lie. If you want to connect with us quicker, I would encourage you to connect with us on social media, right? You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere, right? I don't know if you guys see this QR code here, but if you were to open up your camera and hover over this QR code, our Linktree account pops up. And here you can do Here you can do everything we were talking about. And the cool thing about our Linktree account is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth option down is a kind of little button for you to sign up for our newsletter. Ladies and gentlemen, I would encourage you that if you want to be as up to date as humanly possible, then you absolutely want to sign up for our newsletter. You can also make an appointment to come see us in person at 118 North Clark, that's the downtown location, at the Markham Courthouse, that's 16501 South Kedzie, at the Skokie Courthouse, that's 5600 West Old Orchard Road, room 149, and then the newly reopened, remodeled, looks beautiful, Bridgeview Courthouse at 10220 South 76th Avenue, room 205. It's up the escalator to the left right before you hit the bathroom. If you want to make an appointment for any of those locations, you can do that on our website as well. All right, so now we're going to stop the presentation, and we're going to jump into my favorite part, the Q&As. Let's go. Comments. Oops. Here we go. I'll shout out to Ms. Gale. She's in the comments. I only see Ms. Gale. I don't see any questions. Do we have any questions out there? I don't think so. Oh, so how about this? You're muted. You're muted. There you go.
I just said, okay.
Oh, wonderful. So I have a question for you. For you. Is there a question that you get often that maybe you would like an answer to, or like some questions you kind of get a lot?
We get a lot of questions about what counts as an attic.
Oh gosh.
How do I?
Well, I'm not an analyst, so we're gonna stay there. But I do know livable square foot area counts, right? So, but for those specific questions, you can definitely contact us directly, and we can get that sent over and get those questions answered. So please don't feel intimidated. Please don't feel bogged down. Like, that's crazy. Let us help you, right?
Absolutely.
Any other questions or?
Why is some people have a lot of questions about frame masonry versus masonry versus stucco versus frame. So I know that you put a lot of great links in the presentation that I think answer a lot of those questions.
Absolutely.
So, yay.
We do have a question. I see it right here from Eric Gilbert. He says, are there any special considerations if your house is on the market? So Eric, that's a layered question, but it sounds like you're asking, correct me if I'm wrong, if you are selling your home, are there any special considerations on taxes? And unfortunately, there's not, because it's still a livable square foot area above ground only, right? So it still has to be taxed. If you are living inside of it, you can, while you're selling it, you can get a discount for owning and occupying it. But as far as that, there is nothing really we can do. There aren't any special considerations for that. We have another question here from Lori Gilbert. Oh, they must be, well, actually, I don't know if they're relatives or not. That's weird to say. Just because they have the same last name doesn't mean they're relatives. But it says, they're definitely relatives because it's the same question. Any special consideration for a house currently on the market for sale? No, guys. Unfortunately, if you own and occupy it, you can get a discount for owning it and occupying it. However, if it's just empty, sitting on the market, and you're trying to sell it, unfortunately, there's not. So yeah, but that's it. I like when we have lots of questions. That's my favorite part.
I'm trying to come up with some good ones. So
literally, if you ask anyone on our team, that is my favorite time of the night because I love helping people leave from one of our events, specifically when I'm teaching them, with more knowledge. I can't guarantee you'll leave happy, but I can guarantee you'll leave understanding what you were frustrated about and more knowledgeable than when you first came in, for sure. I can guarantee that. But it looks like there aren't any more questions. So did you want to close, or do you want me to close this out? Whatever you want to do.
Well, I would like to say again that please reach out to us and we can help you come up with comparables. We can help explain to you how you compare to everyone else, and really talk about, all I can say is please, please, please go to the Cook County Assessor's website, look at the valuations reports, look at all the resources and tools that they have there, because they are so useful. And just think of us as a tool too. We are here to help you file that appeal, and file exemptions, and just reach out. Okay. Oh, did you freeze, Hector? Did I freeze?
Sure, I'm frozen actually.
Okay.
So let's. I froze. You froze. We all froze. We're back. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. For all of you who are watching this right now, thank you so much. You literally could be doing anything else anywhere else, but you're here with us, so I appreciate it. If you can do us a favor, share this presentation, tag some people in the comments.
Oh no, Hector. Is Hector still there? We might have lost him. I don't even know if I'm still on the show.
So you're still, hi, this is Teresa. You're still on the show.
Hello.
Hi. So yeah, you can go ahead and end the show.
Okay, good. All right. Well, thank you guys for doing this. And if anyone's still there, know that we will be sharing. Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.